and winter is coming.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
For the watch.
All right, so I think my hands were kind of cold after that episode. Did you have the same feeling?
No, I had gloves on. I put my gloves
I
on.
suppose that helps with cold hands. It's just
Previously to the epised, I always wear gloves. You know, I'm wearing gloves right now.
yes,
I am.
That's not true.
I always wear gloves. I've never gone outside without wearing gloves.
So I suppose you would not have the cold hands experience.
Hate the cold. Hate the cold. Hate the cold. Do you hate the cold as much as I do?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm anti-cold, anti-freeze.
Anti-Victor Freeze.
Is this Batman now? We're talking about Batman? Whatever.
Right.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Westeros After Hours. I'm Sean. I'm joined with Bob.
What's up?
And we're here to talk about Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6, Blood on My Blood. We're going to go through it.
Yep.
We're going to talk about it. And we're going to have some fun. Now, spoilers, obviously, up through the everything. Mm-hmm. Everything.
Yep.
Obviously.
Anything Game of Thrones related.
Everything Game of Thrones related. Even including the books, perhaps, but probably not. I don't know. Maybe I might spoil the books for you. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Depends on what topics we go into.
Depends. But I think we can hop right in here. Mm-hmm. I think we can start right off where the episode started off with Brandon Stark. Mm-hmm. And we start off with him having a series of flashbacks.
Yep.
I started with this, so I guess I'll just say this. These flashback scenes literally are my favorite part of the episode. Bran Stark and these flashback scenes are fucking awesome. We see King Aerys sitting on a throne.
Burn them all.
Screaming, burn them all, making wildfire. We see some of the Red Wedding. We see some of Hardhome. Mm-hmm. We see some dragons hanging out. And we see Jaime sitting on the Iron Throne, which they talk about, which happened with where he killed King Aerys and he was tired, so he sat on the Iron Throne. And then Ned Stark walks in and just sees him sitting on the Iron Throne and his king dead, and Ned Stark's really pissed. Yep. So I thought these flashback scenes were super awesome. I actually like how they did this. I like when Bran Stark goes back into the flashbacks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that showed kind of like a quick upload of information that he was getting from the Three-Eyed Raven to become the Three-Eyed Raven.
I like those because I like when he goes back in the flashbacks, but I also do like when it's kind of quick and you're gonna have to look for it. We also see some of Lyanna saying "Promise me, Ned," and we see her bloody hands. So that's something we do see. So very interesting. I kind of like these how they did these flashbacks. I really do. I mean, like I said, I do like going back, but I also like the quick upload of information and kind of having like pick out, and it kind of like, you know what I mean, lets the not more experienced Game of Thrones viewers, but the most invested to kind of like pick out what's in there, and I like that a lot. What do you think of these flashback scenes?
It was cool to see how he would have taken the time to go individually into each of these little things, but because he was so like he wanted to go back and be at Winterfell, he messed it up for himself by going back into the past and had to just get everything thrown into him at the same time. And I don't think he was ready for it yet.
No, absolutely not. So then we have a nice little appearance from Benjen Stark as well. So Benjen Stark shows up. He saves Bran in a fight, which I hated. I hated this fight. It was edited pretty poorly. I couldn't tell what was going on. It was super bizarre. It was hard to keep track of what was going on. I didn't like this fight, to be honest. I'm just putting that right out there. And then Benjen Stark shows up, and as soon as I see the eyes, I'm like, oh, it's Benjen Stark, a.k.a. Cold Hands, sort of. This is the TV version of Cold Hands. They kind of merged two characters together. In the books, Cold Hands doesn't talk. It's already confirmed that it's not Benjen Stark. And Cold Hands is kind of this whole different character. He doesn't talk much. He's very grim. He kind of hates everybody. But he was, just like Benjen Stark was, killed by, touched by a White Walker, and then saved by the Children of the Forest, just like in here. So they kind of merged Benjen and Cold Hands together, which makes sense, which is I'm fine with. That works.
Which Benjen is, like, in the TV show, Benjen is Cold Hands. Like, I watched the episode, and they refer to him as Cold Hands.
He's a version as old. He's basically he's the TV version of Hold Hands.
Yeah.
Cold Hands?
Hold Hands. That's Hold Hands. No.
Hold the door hands? He's Cold Hands. My God. And then, Benjen Stark's like, hey, Bran, you're going to be Three-Eyed Raven, let's hang out.
Yep. You have to be ready before
I did not enjoy how they did Benjen Stark. I thought it was kind of weak. And I was like, really? Like, they just kind of came out. Not that they came out of nowhere, but I hope they go back and show how he became, and I hope that sheds light on some issues. But I just don't like how they handled Benjen
I
Stark.
think this was actually a good time to bring him back because there was no way to tell what was going to happen next with Bran, and to have Benjen come in and save the day.
I knew
well.
Benjen Stark was going to come back this episode. I didn't know about it until I actually rewatched the trailer. This is actually true. I knew this was going to happen. I'm not just bullshitting. I'm not saying it because, oh, now it happened. And I actually, like, watched the trailer again, and I saw that scene with the horse.
Oh.
And I was like, who is that? And I'm like, we haven't seen that yet. And I thought, I'm like, the only person beyond the, I knew it was beyond the wall. The only person beyond the wall is Bran. I'm like, that has to be who Bran meets up with. And that kind of resembles kind of Cole Hands. So, like, it's probably Benjen Stark. And I kind of I didn't think it was going to happen this episode, but apparently it did, which is cool with me. But whatever, I don't know. They could execute it a little better, I feel. But it's not the worst. But it was kind of weak. I thought the fight was kind of weak, how they edited it at least. It was very confusing to kind of follow. And just kind of go Benjen's back, and I kind of shoehorned him in, which whatever. I'm for, but I just don't like how they executed it. I'm glad they brought Benjen back. I just didn't like it. So overall, I thought the whole brand thing was meh. It wasn't terrible. It was just meh.
I think the timing of everything was good. The scene itself was eh.
Oh yeah, well I thought this was a good. It started off pretty good, and I think the flashbacks really made up for a lot of it. I thought the flashbacks were very, very interesting to watch.
Yes,
and I liked that upload of information. So we didn't see much of Bran. I think Benjen's going to play, or Cold Hands, whatever you want to call him. He's going to play a big role. I hope they go back. I hope they kind of show him, and I hope I don't know. I hope they develop this a little more because it felt really rushed. It felt like, oh, you're going to be the Red Raven, blah blah blah, whatever. I just hope they fix this a little bit, but I'm sure that maybe they will, maybe they won't. Whatever. I think we can move on from this. This is pretty short scene. Now we're gonna move on to Sam and Gilly. So basically, this was like one of the main plots of the episode with Sam and Gilly. So basically, Sam and Gilly arrive in Hornhill. We meet Samuel's dad. They have dinner. Doesn't turn out well. Samuel's like, fuck this shit. I'm leaving. Takes Valerian's sword and ditches.
Yes.
I'm just gonna ask you what you think of the scene because I have a lot to say about this.
I liked it because it was very tense. Like the dynamic between Sam and his father, just how the reason Sam had gone to the Night's Watch was because his father would have killed him for staying because he was like mad that he was not like the warrior son he wanted to have, and he was just this fat like bookworm.
Yeah.
And then Sam comes back through more along the lines that what his father expected of him to just be in the books, and he's on his way to going to become a maester. And Gilly, they were trying to pass off the fact that she was not a wildling at first, but it came to light during the conversation at dinner that she was a wildling, and all the people south of the wall obviously hate wildlings, so that was really bad. It was nice. I don't know. His mother was very nice, as he had described. Like, his entire family was exactly how he described throughout the entire series so far. Yeah. And it was good to see that, like, personified. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Let me start with the two things I liked about this episode, about this scene rather. So I liked the part when they're at dinner and they talk about, they just name drop White Walkers, like Sam Sparrow's like, White Walkers don't exist. Yeah. And they kind of just like, you're kind of wrong, boy. Yeah. And I also like the scene where they take the Valerian steel sword. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
He was just like, F you, Dad.
Besides that, I didn't like anything else about this. I don't know. Whatever. I found it just kind of boring, not really interesting. I think Sam's been kind of boring the past season 6, season 5. Didn't really do much. Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, they're getting into the Citadel. I'm really excited to get to the Citadel. I feel like that's when things going to turn around for him. I felt like this was just kind of like a distraction, almost like filler, sort of.
But it took up a lot of the episode, though.
Yeah, and it took too much, I feel. It was too much of this. I felt like they could shorten this in like 5 or 7 minutes rather than like... This was around 15 minutes. Yeah. It was a long time. I thought...
I feel like they had to kind of do that because of, like, it's, like, bringing up new characters.
Maybe they could have done it, but they just... I feel like they executed it kind of poorly, to be honest.
I thought it was fine.
Didn't think Randall Tarley didn't seem like much of a dick, to be honest. He's kind of just like, oh, you're fat. Like, I expected him to, because they describe him as just fucking ruthless, like so like just like evil almost. And you just kind of see him just kind of like, I don't know, kind of just like somewhat of a dick. And I get that Sam is, to Sam he can't stand up against him, but I mean I felt like that he really wasn't that really bad. I guess I don't know. Whatever, man. I felt like this was probably the second weakest plot in the episode. I didn't like. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't. It was filler to me, and it didn't really do anything for me.
I feel like he got across what he wanted to get across. That's what I feel.
I felt like the whole point of it was just to get the Valyrian steel sword and just get out of there because of White Walkers. Valyrian steel, because White Walkers, obviously, the Valyrian steel sword is going to have much importance. So that whole setup was just to get the sword and get out of there. I don't know. I don't know. The mother really bothered me. I don't know what it is about the mother, but her acting really the acting felt weird. It felt weird to me. I don't know what it was. It probably. I mean, I'm not really saying this is like a bad thing. It was to me personally. Like this is a personal. Like I didn't like this, but this is like something I don't understand why I don't like it. Personally, I didn't get the mother. The mother's acting just felt weird to me. I don't know. It was just me.
I thought it was exactly how Sam had described it. She loves everyone. Yeah. Like she even loves Randall.
I don't know. I just also this felt a lot out of place. Like it didn't feel right to me. I don't know what it was. The whole setting didn't feel Game of Thrones-esque. It was weird. It was a weird thing. I just didn't understand it. And I just didn't like it. I didn't enjoy this. That's just me. Sam McGilly. I just want to see him get Citadel, man. It's about episode 6. I expect him to be here by now, and I really hope they get him there because we need him there. And he's only been 2 episodes this season, and it's kind of been a waste. So
everything else has been going like mock speed, and this is the one plot that you want to go mock speed, and it's not
because it's following the book still.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I don't know. I didn't like this scene, but that's just me. Yeah. So now we're gonna move on, and to another scene which I have a lot to say. We're going to talk about Arya and Bravos.
Okay.
So this is what we see in Arya and Bravos. We see more of the play.
Yep.
We get a little bit more of the play. We get like pretty much like season 4 where Joffrey dies, Tyrion kills Tywin, all that jazz. Whatever. I thought the play thing. I thought like how long the play went is how long it should have went last time. It was pretty short. I liked how it was pretty short. The also thing I didn't like is they did another fart joke, which bothered me again.
That's what the play does, though. That's what that play does. That's not a fart joke for us. That's a fart joke for the crowd at the play.
It bothers me. It just bothers me.
It shouldn't, though.
It does.
But it shouldn't.
It does. I hate...
You're just being banal.
No, I hate it. But whatever. Besides that fart thing, I thought the play was pretty cool. Again, I like seeing...
But that's the humor of the world for the common people.
I understand that. I understand that. I get that. It just that I don't like it. I don't like it. It just doesn't feel clever to me. I don't know.
It's
whatever.
The world.
Whatever. I don't like it. But I did enjoy. I did enjoy again how we see. The perspective of these people. And that's about. And I'm gonna be straight up. Arya's favorite character, so I feel like I have every right to say this. That's about where the good stuff ends. I feel like the scene after she goes behind Lady Crane, she goes to poison. Lady Crane kind of like obviously alludes to Arya. She's kind of just like Arya, somebody who ran away from home, who lost everything at home,
and she became someone who was other people.
Who's other people. Just that, obviously they alluded to that. So basically,
I really liked that conversation between.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good conversation. And then before Lady Crane drinks the poison, Arya knocks it out of her hand and goes,
"Yep,
that bitch is trying to kill you. I'm out of here, boys." And then she goes, grabs needle, hangs out in some catacombs where it's dark.
Don't know where.
And then just waits because now the faceless men are gonna kill her.
Yep.
They dropped the ball on this one. I really feel like they dropped the ball on this one. I feel like they can't make up their mind almost, like what they want is like the show. And I get that's kind of what reflective on Arya, is having that identity crisis. Mm-hmm. But the execution of it is not as poor, I feel like. And I feel like that's a common theme in this episode with the plots. I feel like the whole Arya stuff, they don't know where they want to go, I feel. Like, they're kind of like, oh, she is nobody. I mean, 2 episodes ago, or 3 episodes ago, however, she got her sight back. It's like, oh, she really is nobody. And now it's like, oh, no, she's not. So that meant nothing. And it's like, what? I feel like they need to make up their mind. And I also feel like how they executed, like, how she failed. I thought how she was going to fail her test was going to be more, like, epic almost. Like, I felt like instead of meeting a stranger who was kind of like her, that's how she fails. I honestly thought they were going to they're obviously not going to go the Jon Snow route.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to go that, and I thought that would make so much sense to test her against, to kill Jon Snow. And I mean, we see her.
I don't think even if
s-
they did, I don't think they would want to send her that far away from Bravos at the time.
Well, we see her the Faces Man test her with the play. Like when she goes to see the play last episode, that was literally she was experiencing it again. Like
Yeah.
they had to go. She was playing Arya Stark almost. It was interesting seeing her kind of. They put her in the test to kind of like put her to like see what happened and kind of like test her. Be like, this is we're mentioning the Starks. We're mentioning the Starks. That was a big test for her.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought she was barely gonna pass it, and then they were just gonna. But I mean, I just felt like her she failed just because she met someone who was kind of cool. Like,
Yeah. Well, I feel like this was kind of her first true test because the last guy they had her kill when she was the. Let's go back to this. Oysters, clams, and cockles.
Oysters, clams, and cockles!
That guy was not a nice person. Like he.
no, he's a dickbag.
Yeah. The only reason she got distracted from that one because Marion Trant was there. And this was her first true test of this is someone who a bad person wants a good person killed. And it's like and it's someone who's similar to her. So this was like more of a test than the previous one. She just got distracted last time was the problem because she wasn't no one yet.
Yeah.
And I feel like she was well on her way to being no one and then it came back out of her that this was a good person in her eyes.
And I'm not against that being the test. You know, I'm not against her. You know what I mean? I knew they were going to do that, have Arya Stark, you know, almost become no one and then suddenly be tested. I just didn't expect it to be in such a lame way. Like, I don't care about this play. Like, this play means nothing to me, and I feel like they really could have done it. They could have executed this better. I get the message. I get the character of her. I love the character of Arya Stark, and I get that. It's just the execution of this is just, it's so, it just doesn't, it feels...
I mean, it was kind of sudden.
It feels all over the place. Well, not even sudden. It did feel very sudden, but it just feels all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like I don't know where, like, I don't know. It just feels like they need to kind of, like, have solid ground for a little bit. Like, she's on the streets, and now she's blind, now she's not blind, now she's this. And, like, so they need solid ground. They need something where she's actually, like, we see her becoming no one, and then it just breaks. Like, they kind of just, like, it's so chopped already. Like, each section of Arya Stark is so chopped.
Yeah.
That, whatever. Something I am excited to see is now Arya Stark has Needle. I thought when she grabbed Needle, they could have made it a little more, I guess, emotional. Like, she kind of just grabs it and runs away. I felt like she could have grabbed it and just, like, stared at it for a little bit, you know what I mean, and really appreciate it. And then whatever, though. I am excited to see Arya Stark, you know, kick some ass in the face of somebody. I think she's gonna, I think there's gonna be a lot of blood spilled.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see that. And I hope that's cool. I kind of am upset with this. I don't think they can make it up with Arya Stark being a badass and killing everyone, but I think they can somewhat distract me from my rage by doing this. I just hate this. I hate this so much, and I think
You haven't liked her. You haven't liked her plot at all this season.
I haven't liked their plot since season 4.
Yeah.
I liked the oyster clams and cockles thing last. That was really cool last season. That was awesome.
And she ended up killing Marion.
And the Marion Trent thing was really cool. I liked that.
Yeah.
Everything else last season was kind of, I don't know. I also liked the scene where they test her and she kind of like, I hate the Hound, and they smack her. He's like, you're lying, and obviously because the Hound and her are the same fucking person.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But no, this season, no, I have been very disappointed with Arya Stark. I did like that one where she got her sight back. I like that montage before she got her sight back. I really like that montage.
Fighting with the girl and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, cool. She's finally becoming something. That's what I'm like. She's finally becoming something, and then she can see now she's not that anymore.
Yeah.
So like they never have solid ground, is what I'm saying. They always cut it off. Like if she's on the streets, ooh, what are we gonna see her do on the streets? Like is she gonna be like how are we gonna see it? And then they just cut it off. Like, there's never, like I felt like they need to just be consistent and then breaking off. Like it's too broken up is what I feel. And I felt like that's the problem here. Is like she's just Arya Stark is it's just like now she's at a play for like two episodes and now she's not. Like they need to have a consistent theme, and they need not theme per se, a consistent I guess dilemma or something.
Okay.
She needs to be in one place is what I'm saying. Like I don't even care that this is going very fast. I don't mind the pace. I think everyone complained that she was too slow in season 5. I thought a little bit, but I thought it was fine in season 5. I just didn't like some scene. I just didn't like in season 5. I just didn't like how she didn't really do much until like the end of the season, and then I'm like, oh, this is getting good because now she has that she's blind.
Yeah,
And
like at the beginning of the season, it was just kind of they came back to her and she was doing the same thing, like
I
questioning
felt-
what was happening.
Yeah, I felt like this season she was really gonna be blind the entire time, and that was really gonna be like the
That was gonna be
the
the
crux,
solid
if you
ground,
will.
yeah.
Exactly, and they don't have that, which really upsets me. And I can't, like, I can't feel. I don't feel anything about this plot, and it sucks because I fucking love Arya Stark so much, and I felt like they're just kind of fucking her up. But I mean, they make a badass kill a bunch of people, and she's like, bye. Right. I would still be upset, but whatever. I don't care. If they can just move on with Arya. Like, if they can just wipe this clean and be like, yeah, Arya's kind of like moving on. That'd be cool. I want Arya to do shit. That's cool. Now that was my rant.
Yep.
I talked a lot there. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to say, Bob?
Well, I didn't put it points. I got in what I wanted to say in the topic.
That's it.
Yeah.
You covered. All right, we can move on from the great Arya Stark plot to a terrible plot, and I'm being sarcastic because this is actually this is my favorite part of the episode. I lied. I said Bran Stark flashback. This is probably my favorite part. Is we go to the Riverlands really quick and we see Walder Frey.
Yes.
And it's really cool how Walder Frey's back. It was a sudden cut. It was a very sudden cut to Walder Frey. Like, it was just Jaime being like, yeah, I know. Whoa, Walder Frey's here. It's like out of nowhere. It was a weird cut. And maybe that was the point. Is like Walder Frey's injecting into this episode. Mm-hmm. Oh. Really cool. We need to get to the Riverlands, man. I am so excited for the Riverlands. Yep. I can't wait for the Riverlands. That's what this episode did, is it set up for the Riverlands, which, and I guess in that aspect, I'm kind of happy it did.
Yeah.
We see Walder Frey. He's back. He kind of explains the situation to the audience. Explains, what's going on. That the Blackfish has taken over.
Yep.
Lannisters are dying. And that Walder Frey is like kind of getting fucked. Mm-hmm. It happens in the books. This happened a long time ago in the books. So explain the situation to the audience. Or the viewers, which is great, awesome.
Yeah.
And then just reveals Edmure, which is a pretty cool...
captive since the Red Wedding.
Yep, a pretty cool reveal. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed this reveal, but I felt like what this plot really did, and what another plot did, which we'll get to in a second, really did, was it set up the Riverlands. This especially did. It explained the situation in the Riverlands. In the last episode, they just name-dropped the Riverlands, but in this episode, they straight up showed the Riverlands. Mm-hmm. Good. I'm very excited to get the Riverlands. This is the plot I'm most excited for that we haven't seen yet. I expected to see it earlier, so I'm a little scared.
Yeah, you've been looking for this all season.
I'm a little scared that they don't... I feel like they're not going to be able to finish it all in these episodes, so it's probably going to carry over into season 7.
Well, we still do have 4 episodes left.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you think about it, I really do think there's going to be a battle episode this season, so it's really only 3 we can have with the Riverlands. But regardless, whatever. I'm so excited for the Riverlands. I love the Riverlands plot. I feel like they don't do it enough in the show, and they finally get into it, which is great, which is awesome. So that's really all I have to say about this scene per se. I thought it was cool to see. I thought it was alright to see Walder Frey back. It was pretty cool. And the Edmure reveal was pretty rad.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see the Blackfish fucking shit up. We didn't see him, but we just hear about him. And this is setting up, which is setting up for the thing I'm most excited for. So I like this. So what do you think of the scene?
It was good. It was pretty much what you said. It was just a setup scene, going over what happened in the time since we've been there. Yeah. There wasn't really much else to it other than just that, like, all right, here it comes, next couple episodes. Let's see what happens. Blackfish is a badass.
Yeah, Blackfish is really cool.
Yep.
I think we move on from that.
Yeah.
And now we're going on very quick. We're gonna kind of go out of order here. We're going in order this entire time. But we're going out of order here. We're gonna go to the very end of the episode with Daenerys. Mm-hmm. And that very quick scene. So Daenerys basically is just hanging out with Dario and the Dothraki, and she's like, "I'll be right back. I gotta go take a piss." And the guy, "All right, go ahead." And then she just comes back with Drogon, and she's like, "Hey guys, what's up? We're gonna go to Westeros. We're gonna kill everyone. Let's do this." And then that's it. That's the scene. All right, what do you think of the scene? I'm curious in your thoughts.
I don't know. I guess it was a good way to get Drogon back.
Yeah.
It was kind of like she like. Wait a second, something doesn't feel right. Like, what's around this ridge? And then she goes and she comes back with the dragon.
Yeah.
Which is kind of... But
yeah.
I suppose it's a decent way to bring Drogon back peacefully, I suppose. And it gets all the Dothraki all riled up and ready and raring to go. But,
yeah.
They were pretty much all ready after she killed all the Khals anyway.
Well, she was reborn, pretty much, yeah. This scene definitely alludes to the scene in Season 1, Episode 7. It is Episode 7, I do remember that. Where Khal Drogo... I call him Khal Drogo. Khal Drogo is in the tent, and he's like, "We're going to go to Westeros, we're going to knock everyone's houses down, we're going to go rape the woman, take the kids as slaves, we're going to fuck shit up." And basically Daenerys says the same shit. Mm-hmm. Except the raping. She's kind of... But she goes, "We're going to go to Westeros, knock down these houses, fucking kill everybody." She's kind of becoming like... she's going backwards almost. You know, because in the last few seasons she was becoming this diplomatic.
She's going back to where she was when she
character.
like wanted with every fiber of her being to go back to Westeros.
Now she's kind of almost like regressing. A little bit.
But it's regression to something that's pretty good.
No, I'm happy she's regressing, but no, it's regression from a character someone who's very diplomatic and a politician to someone who's just a conqueror. She's a conqueror. She's not a politician.
And Dario said that.
I think we can all agree is that she's a terrible politician.
Yeah.
And she's meant for conquering. The Tyrion is meant for politicking, which is why he's a Marine, and she's meant for conquering, which is cool. I felt like the dragon thing was a little too sudden. I felt like she kind of just comes back and she's back with the dragon. Ha, that's great. Yeah. I wish I kind of showed her like seeing the dragon and like connecting with it and actually like, mounting it. Instead, she's like, oh, she's gone. Oh, the dragon's back, and she's like, let's do this. And it's like,
yeah.
I feel like they could have executed that much better.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like this was just slapped in. Like
it was like slapped in right at the end too.
Right at the end.
I think it was like a 6-minute scene.
I don't think it was that long. I think it was short.
Or yeah, like 4 or 5 minutes
I think it was
actually.
like 3 or 4. Yeah, really short, pretty short scene. Just kind of slapped in there.
And there were like a few shots in there of just like Dario in the.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting when they were just waiting. I'm like, what's coming? Yeah. And then the dragon came, and I'm like, I wish I could have showed her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Connecting with the dragon a little bit and struggling with it. I don't know. I don't know. Didn't feel this. I don't know what it was. Just didn't feel this.
There was no kind of like emotion when she got back.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah. But then she kind of says, "Oh, we're gonna go kill everyone," which makes me feel good because I want to see Daenerys do that.
Yeah.
I want her to kill everyone.
Her to everyone so she can kill them.
Yeah, pretty much. So I thought the scene was pretty meh. I wouldn't say it was weak.
I'd say it's a mediocre.
I wouldn't say it was Arya Stark or Sam for me. I'd say it's more like Bran. It was like meh, just meh. There was like a few things I liked, but there's a lot of things I didn't like. So meh. So we're gonna move on to our last plot, which we have a lot to talk about.
Yep.
It's King's Landing. So we start off. I don't know if this is where we start off. It is not where we start off. Which we're gonna start off.
Yeah.
With Jaime and the Tyrell army marching up to the High Sparrow, where Marjorie's gonna do a walk of shame, and he walks up there, and the High Sparrow's like, "Hey, she's not doing a walk of shame because we got these guys on our side." And then King Tommen walks out with a bunch of new guards. I don't know if you noticed this, but
are they all new Kingsguard?
No, he merged them. They're now High Sparrow guards. They have They have the Faith of the Seven symbol on their armor. So they're like glorified they're like glorified faith militant, except they're like around the king at all time.
Yeah.
So now he's surrounded by them. He basically is Tommen, like a fucking idiot, is surrounded by these guys.
Yep.
And these armored guys all the time now. So what do you think of this scene?
I don't know. I thought that this scene in particular was interesting because it was weird seeing like Mace Tyrell's interaction with his army.
Yeah.
Because like when he came out in the armor, I had to laugh because like that's not what we've seen from him.
Well, he is a very good general. He's really good.
But it's just from everything we've seen of him so far.
He's kind of a goof.
Yeah. And then it was very intense when like Jaime spurred his horse to go up the stairs and like all the and like pointed their spears up.
Yeah.
And then like the music was great where it was just like
I agree.
It was like building behind everything when they were talking to each other, and then it just stopped when the Sparrow said that there would be no Walk of Atonement. Yeah. And then Tommen came out.
I felt like this was almost a cop out, a little bit, a slight cop out. Kind of was like, oh, the Tyrell army's here, it's just gonna go down. Never mind, it's not a cop out. A little bit. I didn't really like that, but I think we can come away with this. Many people will say High Sparrow was the winner. I don't think so. I think Marjorie was the winner. Yes. Marjorie played everybody. She played Tommen previously to the scene, played him, came in and was like, oh no, you played Tommen, played the High Sparrow. She's playing everybody. Yeah. And this is all going to her plan. Now she's getting where she wants to get. We'll see if anything interjects her plan. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's pretending to be the fanatic that I thought she was going to become.
Yeah.
But she's pretending to be, which I like. I like that because that's so Marjorie. That is such a Marjorie. So my favorite part of this plot was Marjorie, which is a little weird because usually it's not the case.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find the Marjorie stuff a little weak, but this was the strongest part. Was the Marjorie stuff was definitely the strongest part. I thought the Jamie versus the whatever was kind of but whatever. So we get another scene with Tom sitting on the throne, and he's basically like, "Hey Jamie, you're out of here, boy, because you tried to fuck me over. You're out of here, boy." He's like, you're going to the Riverlands. So then Cersei and Jamie have a little conversation.
Yep.
Cersei's like, just go to the Riverlands. Like, I'll try about combat. I have the mountain. I'm all set. Just go to the Riverlands. Yeah, we don't really need you.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, but we need to get the High Sparrow.
And inside my head, as soon as they said, "Hey Jamie, you're going to the Riverlands," I was like, fucking finally. Like, it took you how many episodes? Like, I love Jamie. I actually do like Jamie as a character. He's one of my favorite characters, or at least he would be in my top favorite characters if his plots, especially this season, weren't so kind of boring. I love his plot in season 3, and that's where it was in the Riverlands. So we're going back to the Riverlands. I think he's gonna meet up with Brienne and all that crew. I'm excited. I mean, he's gonna be against them, but I'm excited. I'm so fucking excited to see Jamie in the Riverlands. I love Jamie, and I think he's gonna be the whole Riverlands plot. I'm so excited for, and I'm so happy that they finally got him out of there. Like, I wish I did this a few episodes ago, honestly. But whatever, he's going there, which is good.
Yeah.
Besides that, I felt the King's Landing stuff was kind of weak, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really hit with any punches. Kind of boring, kind of cop outy, and just kind of like.
I was kind of bored of the stuff at first where it was the High Sparrow and Tommen, and then Tommen and Marjorie. Like, that was it was a little slow.
I like that part, actually. That was my favorite part.
Well, Tommen and Marjorie was fine, but like the little scene in the Sept with.
Oh no, I like that scene. I know the scene before. I actually like that scene quite a bit because Tommen comes in and Marjorie's like, "Oh, sweet king, I've been enlightened," and stuff like that, and then Tommen just fucking, of course, like Tommen plays into it, and I loved how they did that, and it just really shows how Marjorie's on top. Marjorie's absolutely on top.
Yeah.
And I love Marjorie in these scenes. It's just the Jamie stuff with the Tyler Army I don't really enjoy. Just some of the cop outs and some of like I don't know. The scenes. I felt like the best part of the scene was it finally got Jamie out of King's Landing. I remember I said the last week we need to get him out of there. And I felt like this episode, a lot of stuff was going to happen with Jamie to get him out of there. But it was the exact opposite. Like, nothing happened to get him out of there.
Yeah.
Basically. So whatever. At the end result is the same, that he's out of there. I wish they could have had more bad shit and cool shit in between there. But whatever. He's out of there. I'm happy. Finally going to the Riverlands.
Yep.
I didn't really like this scene. I felt like it was meh. It was very meh. It was just like Bran. It was just like Danny. Was meh. It was just
Yeah. This episode was like there were like 4 like short scenes and then 2 like long items. Like the Sam and Gilly thing was like a long section.
I would say there were 3 long and 3 short. I'd say
the Arya thing was kind of
Arya,
long. Yeah.
Sam, and King's Landing were long. Bran, Riverlands, and Danny were all very short.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Okay. Is that everything you have?
Yeah. Because I mean, there's not much. Like we went in depth with the big ones. We touched the small ones.
We're gonna go over everything again, kind of, and at the end, what we thought of the episode overall.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the plots we did not see really quick. We did not see Jon and Sansa. The first episode, we did not see Jon and Sansa, and I feel like that hurt the episode a lot because that is actually the North is the most interesting part of the season so far. And I knew Jon and Sansa were not gonna be in this episode. I just knew it going in. I'm like, they have to focus on King's Landing. I didn't know Arya was gonna be here, but I knew that I thought that Sam might be here, so they're gonna have a lot to focus on. So I kind of like thought, I don't think Jon sounds like I mean, they kind of like wrapped that up a little bit last time. You know what I mean? They left the wall. This episode, I mean, maybe I'll talk about Sam, but this episode almost felt like last episode felt like almost like a season finale, and this was like a start of a new season. Like a bunch of plots started forming here, basically. But whatever, we'll talk about that in our overall thoughts.
End of the first half of season 6, beginning of the second half of season 6.
Yeah.
It's like the shows on like basic cable. They're just like, oh, here's the mid-season finale. We're off for 6 weeks and then we're back. Basically. But it was not.
Which is what I'm. Whatever.
Yeah.
We also didn't see for the first time Marine, which probably hurt a little bit. I like Tyrion, but
Tyrion
he wouldn't have fit in this episode.
The way the episode was moving, it wouldn't
have fit well, which is fine with me. We didn't see again. since episode 1, we have not seen any Dorne. Totally fine with this.
Yeah.
I don't think I keep putting Dorne on here. I should probably just take Dorne off, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dorne is
At this
not,
point, I don't think we'll see it for quite a while.
whatever. I hope we don't.
Yeah.
And then we also, again, for the second time in a row, was it the third time in a row? I think it was second time in a row we've not seen Winterfell.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Two.
two. Yeah, because
which is good.
because 3 ago was when Asha died.
Yeah.
But 2. Yeah.
Kind of cool without Winterfell. Didn't really need to be in here. And we also not see Iron Islands, which is, again, also fine to not fit in here. Kind of all that has ended an arc last episode, so we don't need to see it again. So the plots we didn't see, Jon Snow is the only one where I was kind of wish we saw. At least. Yeah. I mean, I can see why we didn't, and it'd probably be better if we didn't, but that upset me because I love Jon Snow.
Yeah.
So that upset me. So overall, I thought this episode was the weakest of the season. I don't think it was a terrible episode. I don't think it was an episode I'm like, oh, this episode was garbage. I just thought it was like very underwhelming for me.
Yeah.
I think maybe what hurt it is we came off such a high note from the last episode.
Well,
honestly,
a high low note.
The last episode was one of my favorites of the show. Honestly,
Yeah.
The last 2 or 3 episodes were all very good. Especially the last 2 were phenomenal. And I didn't expect this episode to be as good, but it definitely was a down note, which hurt it for me because
It was kind of hard to come off of last week.
well, I was on the Game of Thrones hype train at this point, and then this episode was, we gotta fix the tracks. And it's like, really? I gotta get out of the train and fix the fucking tracks. Like, I get it. The
It's where like they were speeding down the straight last episode, and then they had to like slow down to get around the curve. Or something.
Well, they had to slow down to move the track, and totally they're going in a different direction. They're going where the show is going, and the direction it's going is I like it.
Yeah.
I like that. So the show set that up. I just felt like viewing this as probably like a whole season. Maybe this episode was fine, but as an individual episode, I felt like this episode was the weakest. The weakest of the season.
I'd put it on the level of episode 1 or 2.
Me too, which I think were the weakest of the season. Episode 1 and 2 were the weakest of the season, and I felt like this is slightly weaker than 1 and 2. At least 1 and 2 had, episode 1 had that cool scene with Melisandre coming back. Yeah. Not Melisandre.
Jon Snow coming back.
That was episode 2. No, I'm thinking the Melisandre reveal, which I thought was a really well executed scene. Yeah. At least they had that. So I thought this episode was honestly the weakest of the season. It was a low note, but that might mean that next week it can only get better. Question mark, but maybe, hopefully it does. But that's what do you think of this episode?
I thought it was, in general, I thought it was fine. Okay. My opinions of episodes 1 and 2 are better than your opinions of episodes 1 and 2, but I'd still put this level. I'd put this episode on level with my opinions of episodes 1 and 2. Well, more 1 than 2 because I really liked 2 because of the whole Jon thing. But
they were both about the same.
There were definitely better episodes this season, but I didn't think this was bad at all. I thought it was great. Well, not great. I thought it was good. It was a good episode.
Well, I think the brand stuff was some of the brand stuff was all right.
The flashback part was awesome.
And the Riverlands were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Dany was all right, and some of King's Landing was all right. I didn't like Sam and Gilly I didn't like, and Arya I didn't like, especially Arya I did not like. And just I don't know, the pacing of the episode felt a little off for me too. I don't know what it was, but the pacing was weird. Maybe that was intentional, maybe it wasn't. It was especially intentional when Walder Frey came in, but I felt like that was definitely an intentional part.
I think it was kind of like, I think you were kind of thrown off by like the hugely long plots, and then there were the small plots as well.
Well, because I don't know. I just felt like
because like the Sam and Gilly thing lasted a long time.
Well, I thought that all that Sam and Gilly stuff was gonna be King's Landing basically. King's Landing was gonna be like Sam and Gilly. I don't know. Yeah. Sam and Gilly stuff was kind of bored me, and the Arya stuff I'm pissed about. Obviously by my rant. So overall, I'd put this as a maybe we'll get better.
I'd say good.
I'd say we're getting on the right path. So let's make some predictions for the next episode. We're just gonna go down some plots, talk about what we think could possibly happen.
I'm gonna say Jon and Sansa are gonna be back next episode.
Oh, Jon and Sansa are definitely gonna be back next episode. I feel like they kind of have to be. I think maybe we're gonna see, they're kind of like strategies. Maybe next episode I think they're gonna split up next episode. I think they're gonna send Davos to rally some houses. I think Jon's gonna do whatever Jon does. I think
Jon does what Jon does.
I think Brienne's gonna go to the Riverlands, or maybe they're already there. And I think Sansa's gonna join up. I think
Sansa and Brienne are gonna go.
Exactly. I completely agree. I think it's gonna happen next episode. I think we're going to see Marine next episode. I don't know what we could possibly see. I don't know where. I mean,
we could see Daenerys returning to Marine.
Do you think she...
I think that would be
Do you think she's gonna return?
Yes,
to Marine?
absolutely. You. I don't know why you're so set on her not going back to Moraine. Like, that's where she's headed right now.
Fucking hate her, Marine. Yeah, but just because
No, but she's not gonna stay. She's gonna go back, but she's not gonna stay.
But just because she's heading there doesn't mean she's gonna get there.
I think she's gonna get there.
Yeah, but like we've seen people head places
No,
before,
but I think she's gonna get there.
and they've not got there.
Especially with the whole dragon scene and like rallying the troops. I think she's gonna just show up in the next episode back in Moraine.
You think so?
Yes,
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't think so.
I do.
I hope not. I fucking hate Daenerys in Marine. I want Daenerys to stay with Dothraki. I want her to stay in the wilderness. I love that. I love her chilling with them. She's
not going to be in Marine for any extended period of time at all.
I think she's gonna get the Westeros by the end of the season. But
yeah, I think she's gonna.
I don't know.
She's essentially just returning to Marine to get her troops because she needs her Unsullied and she needs Tyrion and she needs all of them and Missandei and Grey Worm and all that.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
She's got to stop back there.
Right,
Stop being so opposed to her and like thinking she's not going to make it back.
I hate her in Marine. Like I just want her. I just want them. I want the show.
It's not gonna happen. She's gonna get back.
I want the show to steer her out of the direction of Marine.
But it's not gonna happen.
But it could. I'm very optimistic because if she goes back in Marine,
you're like extra optimistic right now.
I hate her in Marine, man. I hate her in Marine. I know she's a different character now, but I don't want her going back there. I want her.
You're acting like he's gonna change her back to what she was.
No, I just don't want her to go back there. Like I don't.
She's gonna go back there to get everyone out of there.
No,
so
I don't
stop.
care. I don't care. No, I just we're done. She's not going back there, boys.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's not.
She is.
We're not okay. No, no. And we're gonna. But I don't think we're gonna see any Dorne for a while. That's fine.
No Dorne.
We might see some. I think
we could see some Winterfell.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna see some Ramsay next episode. At least check in. You know, get that.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to get some shock value. He's probably gonna kill someone. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming." It's like, yeah, we all saw it coming.
Like chop off Rackon's finger or something.
Whatever, man. It's the Ramsay stuff. Every time it goes to him, it's like something's bad's gonna happen. So it never's really shocking anymore. Iron Islands.
I don't think we'll see him next episode.
I don't think we're gonna see Iron Islands next episode.
Maybe episode 8.
I don't think we're gonna see Iron Islands. Like I don't think we're gonna see Dion or Euron. I just think it's fine leaving them alone. For a while. I think we'll probably see some Bran. We'll probably see some Bran in cold hands. Hopefully they can fucking make him cool because they kind of dropped the ball on that one. But whatever.
I think we may not see Sam and Gilly.
I don't think we're gonna see Sam and Gilly, and I really hope we don't. Yeah. After how much we saw in last episode, I think we could take a break.
Yeah.
I just want to see Sam at the Citadel though. I think by episode 8, I hope he's at the fucking Citadel.
Yeah.
I really hope he's at the
I
Citadel.
think the next time we see him, he will be.
And I hope that's episode 8 because I actually do want to see him at the Citadel. Like I don't hate Sam and Gilly's plotline completely.
Yeah.
You know I liked them when they were beyond the wall. I actually didn't enjoy that. But I do want to see him get Citadel. So I hope that they get there because goddamn they need to get there right. We might see Arya. I don't know.
I could see either way. We could see Arya. We could not see Arya. Because like there's some episodes where I'm like, I think we're gonna see this person, and we don't see this person. But like, it could go either way.
If we see her, I don't think we're gonna see her too long.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like a 5-minute scene or so. But maybe we'll see. I don't know.
Who knows? The way they've been going, it could be where she kills everyone.
Maybe. Well, I think she is gonna kill everyone. Anyway, we're absolutely going to the Riverlands.
Absolutely.
Not a question in my mind. I think we're gonna see Jaime in the Riverlands.
We're gonna see Walder Frey again.
Show up. We're definitely gonna see Walder Frey. We're gonna see the Blackfish finally. Yep. So I would definitely go to the Riverlands, which gets me excited. I'm so excited. So excited for the Riverlands. I love the Riverlands.
Nice to see the Brotherhood without banners again. They mentioned them in the
They name
episode.
drop them, which got me excited. Which basically confirms that they're gonna show up again. Yeah. If they name drop them like that, they're gonna show up again. You know what I mean? So Brotherhood without banners. I don't think we're gonna see him next episode, but maybe we will.
I'd like to see him this season.
Oh, I think we will, and I think probably near the end, I think it'll be a nice little reveal.
Yeah,
I think Sansa's are gonna actually team up with them a little bit. Mm-hmm. Just how like Catelyn, like,
and they'll be like, "Oh, we saw your sister."
You know how they merged like Cold Hands and Benjen.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna merge Sansa and Lady Stoneheart.
Okay,
like to the degree where they're like, because Benjen in Cold Hands merging is not Benjen, but he's not Cold Hands. He's a whole different character.
Yeah,
and Sansa and Stoneheart combining is not going to be Sansa, it's not going to be Lady Stoneheart, it's going to be a different character almost. So I feel like she's going to become that. Maybe she'll meet up with the Brotherhood of that Barons, be like, let's fucking get these Freys. So I would love to see that. I would love to see that. And I think we're absolutely going to see Sansa next episode. I feel like Sansa's going to be a big thing next episode. I really do. And I feel like she's going to be a big thing going forward. We might see Dany. We might see Daenerys. May not. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. I
definitely think we're going to see her show up.
I think we're going to see King's Landing. At least to a degree. I think we'll probably see checking on Cersei, checking on Tommen for a little bit.
I don't know.
I think we will, but not for much. It's not going to be the main focus. I think the main focus in the next episode...
I feel like we might not see King's Landing, but we'll see Jaime, like, on his way to the Riverlands.
Well, he'll be in the Riverlands spot.
Yeah.
But I think the main focus of this next episode, is going to be the Riverlands.
Yeah.
The episode title will probably be like, we're at the Riverlands, see?
Or like the Blackfish or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I hope I actually think they named an episode Blackfish already. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I think they might have, even though...
It sounds like an episode. It sounds like a name they would name an episode.
I'm pretty sure there was an episode named The Blackfish.
Could be. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. But anyway, King's Landing, whatever. I think we're not going to see much of it, but I think we're at least going to check in on Cersei and Tommen. Because I think it's just going to go down. Don't think the trial's going to be next episode. I think that's going to be episode 8. I think episode 8 is going to be the trial.
Okay.
Cersei's trial.
Trial by combat.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big episode 8 episode. I don't think they can save that for the finale. And I don't think they can... I think the battle episode is not going to do it either. 9 or 10. I don't think they can save that for 9 or 10. I think the trial by combat would be episode 8. You know what I mean? So I suppose we'll see. So yeah, I do think that we'll at least check up on her.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it. I'm very excited to see where we are going. I'm very excited to see where we're heading.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So, do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. This is a good show. It's a very good show. I like the show. It's fun.
We'll see you guys next week for season 6, episode 7. Tell me.
Whatever the title
The
is.
title is The Blackfish, because there's not an episode named The Blackfish.
There's not an episode.
There's not an episode. We just looked it up.
Yep.
So I'm excited for next week. I really am. If you guys if you watch this and you enjoyed this, please subscribe. That really helps out a lot.
Like, share, do all those things.
Do all those things in the description. You can find our Twitter and our Facebook. Please go to those and check out what we have there. Not much, but we do share the episodes. So,
We do.
as soon as they come out. So thank you guys for watching. I'm excited for next week. I really am excited for next week. And I think next week we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
This episode's a little not really much going on.
Not as much. Not as much
going on, but I think next week we're gonna have a good amount.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for next week's episode, and I suppose we will see you guys then.
See you in a week.
In a week from now.
Bye.
See you later.